Hey there, and howdy to all you good people out there in football land. This is your old cousin Scotty bringing you some down-home pigskin picking. Now, this being my first time to put this on video for everybody, I thought I might give you 5 or 6 and see what happens. Let's get started. Furman versus Chattanooga. The Purple Paladins will ride west into Mox Country early on Saturday for a good October showdown. The weather here in Tennessee is cooling down a little bit, but the battle for the FCS is just heating up. Now, old Charlemagne used his 12 elite guard to keep the crown safe, and I know that the head horseman from Furman is going to use at least 12 or 13 on each side of the ball to maintain his Southern Conference standing. As the day wears on, the Mocs will figure out that horse hooves ain't nearly as soft and comfy as their deerskin slippers, especially when getting trampled under them by a whole herd of white horses. And on homecoming, not a good day. By the end of that day, that stampede is going to mess up Finley Stadium something awful. Cousin Scotty's pick, Furman. Alabama versus Texas A&M. The Crimson Tide will roll into College Station on Saturday intent on maintaining their perfect record. Now, I believe Kevin Sumlin is a good guy and a great coach, and with that crazy crowd, that famed 12th man, the Aggies are something to be reckoned with. However, I believe it's going to take the 18th, 19th, or 20th man if they have any hope of doing anything about slowing down that Tuscaloosa pachyderm. All in all, this day is going to feel longer than the entire Grenada invasion to the Central Texas Cadets. Cousin Scotty's pick, Alabama. Missouri versus Kentucky. There's going to be a catfight in Lexington on Saturday evening, and I believe the fur is going to be flying all over the place. The Show Me State Kitties have seemed to have been declawed for a while now, but they've still got a little bite left in their fight. Speaking of bite, old Mark Stoops has been feeding his felines a steady diet of some funky fowl so far this year, and except for an unfortunate lizard event, have had a really good year. Now, after sinking their claws deep into whatever's left of the Columbia kittens and ripping the meat from its bones, the blue and white will fill their bellies with some strangely familiar meat. Cousin Scotty's pick, Kentucky. Michigan State versus Michigan. Now, old Sparty will head into Ann Arbor on Saturday with war paint on and swords flying in the air. But it won't take long, however, to rile up that nasty old varmint with a bad attitude. Now, we all know that the Wolverine is known for being real ferocious, but this particular installment of the Wolverines just ain't quite up to the task. However, by halftime, the excitement level in the big house should be that of maybe, a couple of pigs fighting over a mud hole in South Georgia. By the day's end, the Ancient Warriors are going to go home all scratched up with another loss on the season. Cousin Scotty's pick, Michigan, but who cares? Wake Forest versus Clemson. Now, Clem and his son are going to host the Demon Deacons for lunch on Saturday, and I tell you, there's a good many fashionable restaurants throughout the state of South Carolina, but Death Valley has to be the least pleasant alfresco experience I can think of. And come on, that place is louder than a 747 taking off. The service is lousy, and there's hardly ever orange kitty on the menu. The big cats will be working on a full belly, however, by midway through the third course, and the Deacons, well, they should have had dessert first and bailed on the check. When the check does come, Coach Clausen's credit card will not cover the bill, and his team ain't going to come nowhere near covering the betting line. Cousin Scotty's pick, for the game anyway, Clemson. If you want a great dining experience, head up to Cootie Brown's in Johnson City, Tennessee. Now finally, Georgia versus Vanderbilt. Uga and the Red Clay Hounds of Athens will travel north to the Nashville Naval Academy about noon on Saturday in the next episode of Let's Avenge Our 2016 season. The big dog keeps eating, and after watching film of the nasty beatdown of the Vols in Knoxville last week, the good Commodore might want to resign his commission on Friday afternoon so as to avoid having to go down with a fast-sinking ship the following day. You have to admit, Kirby Smart has his junkyard dogs eating just about whatever they want, whenever they want. And I hear there's some good barbecue in Music City. Cousin Scotty's pick in a blowout, Georgia. Thank y'all for watching. God bless you. God bless America. And hit me up at cuz.scotty@gmail.com if you want to see your team next week on this same channel. Again, that's cuz.scotty@gmail.com. God bless America.